Hey gang, my camera just turned off randomly, so I'm filming this entire video again. So, Stan Twitter is a thing that's in existence, and I want to talk about it. Welcome back to Coffee Talk. You know the drill. It's with coffee, but this time I already had my coffee, so I'm drinking a nice Dr. Pepper. It's almost out, but I'll keep talking for as long as I want because I have that power. Anyway, let's jump into this like Philip DeFranco. I don't know, I keep using that introduction, but I'm going to. Alright gang, Stan Twitter is a thing that I hate, and if you are a part of it, I'm probably not going to like you. Okay, if that's a little over-exaggeration. If you're a part of it and you're not a toxic member of it, you're fine. But I want to talk about Stan Twitter because every time I go on a tweet, I'm getting real sick of seeing the fan cams going, oh, if you need, shut up. No one cares. Anyway, let's talk about Stan Twitter. Coffee Talk. That's the introduction. Now, Stan Twitter is a very weird thing. On one hand, I do have to respect these people who like something that I don't like so much that they have an entire account dedicated to it. That's but fucking insane. But everything else about these people sucks. Everything else about Stan Twitter or Stan culture in general is the goddamn worst. And I want to discuss that. So, let's talk about the first thing I hate about them. I have a list. Number 1, fan cams. That sounds like a freaking Shroud video. Number 1, fan cams. Fan cams, if you don't know, are these highly edited montages of one person or a band or one person from a band. It's like a very niche thing that these Stan accounts do, and for the most part, they're very untoxic. They're actually kind of cool. I've seen some that have like cool like editing techniques, like these cool transitions they find and they use them. That's respectable. If you take your time and make fan cams without being toxic about it, I won't hate you. I think that that's really cool how people can do that. I find it so creative and inspiring, and that's how a lot of filmmakers get started. They start by editing these stupid little fan cam videos and end up on a weird journey. Hell, that's how I started. I made a Gravity Falls thing a long time ago and loved editing that thing so much that I'm now becoming a filmmaker, in quotes. But yeah, I mean, that's how I started with it, so it can't be that bad. The reason I bring this up in the list of toxic things I don't like about them is because they're posted goddamn everywhere, and it's really fucking annoying. I find them incredibly infuriating when I see them. Every comment section of everything is horrible. Everywhere I go, it's just like fan cam, fan cam, fan cam. In the last tag, I actually searched for a fan cam randomly on Twitter, and it took 1 minute and 45 seconds to find. They really like these fan cams, and that's true and effective. But when you post it on every goddamn post on Twitter, even things that don't need fan cams, film Twitter is a thing that I'm a big part of. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, at Jace Toutenhoofd. I'm a big fan of film Twitter. So when I go in the comments of a thing, of an argument or something describing a film, and I see another K-pop fan cam, I want to blow my goddamn brains out of my head. Do you get that? Do you understand life? Do you? Thank you. That's me. But yeah, I find it really infuriating how this entire thing happens. You can edit whatever you want, and you can post it online even. But don't go in the comments of like Lil Nas X and doing a BTS thing. And speaking of that, let's talk about their signature catchphrase. This city would be better if you stand J-Hope, I think is his name. He's a BTS guy. Sorry, that's in the wrong band. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. I know I'm offensive like a freaking boomer. Oh, Did I hurt your feelings, you snowflake? Shut up, boomer. If you stand blank. This is something that I also find really annoying, and honestly, there's no silver lining to it. If you unironically say, if you stand blank, then this wouldn't have happened, go fuck yourself. If you do this though, you are truly, well, just a cringy person. And that's coming from me, the king of all cringe. I'm a very cringy person. Have you seen memes.net? Exactly. These if you stand blank things are very annoying, and if I can get real for a second, if you post it on when someone dies, if you post if you stand blank, then this, again, go fuck off. And I think that's why I find it so incredibly annoying, because people will try in every opportunity to try to slither their way into this kind of conversation. I've had many things before where I've been scrolling through Twitter, minding my own business, and then there's like some political tweet coming up, and it says, you know, if you stand J-Hope, this won't have happened. Fuck off. Stans have a tendency to just not get jokes. There are some times where they just don't get jokes, and I don't know why. A while back, PewDiePie made a joke about Lady Gaga. I didn't think much of it. I thought, you know what, that's fine. He called her a boomer and a bitch. The bitch part was a little unnecessary, I get that, but the boomer part made me kind of chuckle, and I was okay with it. Then I go on Twitter the next day, and Lady Gaga the hour after the video comes out, and Lady Gaga stans are trying to cancel PewDiePie. And I even had to throw my hat in the ring. I retweeted a post from someone. I was like, cancel PewDiePie because he called her a boomer. And I tweeted like, Lamau, like imagine canceling someone for something this unimportant. And here's the thing about PewDiePie. He's a controversial guy. I'm never gonna lie to you. He's had stuff to cancel him over. I'm surprised the guy made it through the N-word controversy. And now, he's great. Sometimes he's problematic, and I get that. But the reason that you're canceling him isn't a good enough reason. If you're canceling someone just because they called a person that you like a boomer, like, why? The guy has actual things to be criticized for. I thought that the whole thing about the N-word thing was horrible and the Wall Street Journal thing was out of proportion, but either way, whatever. No need to ruin his career because he made fun of something you don't like. That's the thing about that. If stans don't like something that you say online, they will start a hashtag and try to cancel you. So if you want to cancel me, K-pop stans, please now refer to my hashtag right here on the board. Hashtag Jace Toutenhoofd party. Please use that. I have tried it for you. You can go right ahead and use it all you want. And if I get canceled for this, I guess I'll lose my job. Whoops. So the last thing I want to talk about, and I think one of the most important things about this discussion and this topic, is their horrible toxic behavior. Their toxic behavior is why I truly hate stan culture and stan Twitter. A lot of stan accounts are very, very okay. They tweet out their support for them, they say, go king. I've done it before. I've tweeted out people who I respect to say, you go, you show them who's boss. But sometimes stan accounts can get very toxic. An example that I think is one of the most prominent examples of this is with the Steven Universe stan. Is Steven Universe a bad show? I don't know. I barely watched it. Is it a good show? I've heard it's good, I've heard it's bad, I've heard mixed things about it. My trouble begins though when I read a post on Reddit, or I don't know where I read it, I don't know where I even read it. Oh my god, Reddit is, holy shit. On Tumblr, this girl drew a couple of the characters a little skinnier and I think acts, or I don't know, like maybe almost a little whiter. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't fucking know. So, what would the response be from these stans? A, good job on these drawings. Although I don't agree with a couple of the things that you did, they're still a great job. B, you know what? agree with this, but the art looks good. Or C, fuck you, go kill yourself. And if you guess C, you're already correct, because that's what they did. They told the artist multiple times to go and kill herself, to cut herself, to do this, to do that. And for the stands, and as far as I've heard, the fandom itself is a very supporting fandom. But when I hear about this poor girl who drew the characters the way that I guess the people in the fan base didn't want to be a part of, and they told her to kill herself, and I even heard that she got death threats, like full on, like, I'm going to kill you. You can imagine what that does to a person. And sure enough, she almost did. Luckily people stopped her. Can you imagine that you draw a character and people tell you to go kill yourself? That would fucking break me. Long story short, it's really bad how these stands do that, and that's not one example. There are many, many examples of people telling other people to go hurt themselves because they said something that they didn't like, or people telling people to hurt, whatever. Long story short, if someone in the fan base does something that you don't like, there's no reason for you to tell them to go kill themselves or hurt themselves, because at the end of the day, they're trying to respect this, and they find it interesting just like you. So why would you tell them to kill themselves? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is fuck stan culture. Stan culture is the worst. If you are a stan, if you are a good stan, please reach out to me and tell me why I'm wrong. If you are a toxic bad stan, go kindly fuck yourself. If any of the things that I have told you today apply to you, then you don't deserve to be on Twitter. And that's all. I'm not going to tell you to go kill yourself, because that would be hypocritical of me, now wouldn't it? So just please try to spread positivity. If you're a stan account, go ahead, keep tweeting this stupid shit out, but when you go as far to tell someone to go and kill themselves, that for me is where you cross the line. Anyway, I'm going to stop acting like the much more righteous person than I am and go back to doing movie reviews. Hi, Jace here. This is where my camera decided to just randomly stop recording again. I'm having problems, I don't know what. Quickly, I was going to say, I'm going to be doing our movie reviews. I'm going to try to get a couple more out to you this month, hopefully before January 1st, 2020. But what I was saying, spread positivity, don't be an asshole, and have a good time. Follow me on Letterboxd, Twitter, all the social media platforms ever. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this topic. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. Do what you guys do best. And I'll see all you guys in the next video. And now, I'm going to jazz hand my way out of the frame. Bye-bye!